Welcome to Collegiate High School. I'm Joe Brennan alongside Wes Featherstone. And today we're going to see the matchup between Collegiate Cougars and our St. Christopher Saints. This is going to be a close one, and it's going to be a tough one for our Saints. Collegiate is 7-4 on the season, while the Saints are a mere 4-9, looking like it's going to be a tough matchup for the Saints.
Yeah, definitely. The Saints coming off a much-needed win against Woodbury a few days ago. Saints not their best season. Usually in year past, it's the other way around. The Cougars, doing below average, Saints usually dominate, but this year it's definitely going to be different. It's a very tight game.
The Saints definitely need this win after snapping a 3-game losing streak, like you said, Wes, against Woodbury. So tonight it should be interesting. We will see number 3, Andre Green, in the starting lineup. The Saints have had typically the same 4 starters with 3 juniors and the captain, Arnold Henderson. But they've had that 5th spot wide open, and Andre Green is looking to make his entrance.
The tip-off goes to the Saints, but falls out of bounds after Jimerson touched it, so it'll be Cougars' ball.
We see Collegiate swing the ball around and see if they can get set up in their offense, as there's a foul called on the floor. It seems to be an offensive foul. So Saints will gain possession, and Collegiate will bring the full court press. This is something that the Saints have struggled with throughout the season, especially against Petersburg in the Tri-City tournament. That full court press kind of caught them off guard. They ended up scoring 2 points in the first quarter. Wallace inbounds it to Henderson. Henderson gets doubled, looks to find a pass, and throws it away. Collegiate looks to capitalize, but then sets it up. And we see Robbie Barron throw to the inside and is rejected by Wallace.
What a defensive play there.
Saints will slow things down, and we'll see Arnold Henderson try and size up Quinn Timmerman. Swings it around to Andre Green and finds Wallace at the top of the key, as Nigel Green loses a handle of the ball. Wes, turnovers have been a big problem for the Saints throughout the season, and they end up losing a lot of possessions, which lead to missed opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. They just need to stay focused. Turnover is obviously a needless detriment to the team. If they can get on top of those tonight, I think it should be a much different game.
As there's a foul called on number 3, Andre Green. That will send number 4, Watkins, to the line.
Jackson Watkins, definitely one of the better players in the Richmond area, 3-point sniper.
Watkins alongside Robbie Barron will be the 2 players to watch for this team. Those 2 dominated in the Richmond Times-Dispatch final, where they were able to win the entire tournament. As we see Watkins knock down the first and line up for the second. And it rattles out as Jimerson comes down with the board. He finds his point guard, Henderson. As the Collegiate Cougars continue their press, he dares him to go left. Cuts it back, and there's another turnover out of the hands of number 23, Riley Wood.
And for the Saints, number 21, Nigel Green.
And Nigel Green will check back in for Wood after his short amount of playing time for that one possession.
So really not the greatest start for the Saints, just turnover after turnover. Still only allowed 1 point.
Collegiate puts up a 3 and it's no good. The tip is no good. Andre Green comes down with the rebound, looks to push the tempo, and is fouled with the and one.
Basket is good.
But they called a charge.
PA announcer said the basket was good. I guess obviously not.
Confusion from everyone in the stands. That seemed to be a block. I don't know if I agree with that, Wes. We'll see Collegiate try and slow things down. Run almost a weave. Collegiate puts up a 3, and it's off the top of the backboard. Saints ball. We'll see Wallace throw in the inbound. Finds Kovanis, the freshman, but he makes a quick miscue. Watkins with a three. Dagger. The fans are on their feet and erupting right now. This is not the start the Saints wanted. We'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back, fans. Through 2 minutes of play, the Saints are still scoreless and looking for their first basket. The first quarter has been troublesome this year for the Saints, averaging just over 9 points in the first quarter on the season.
Yeah, without a doubt, takes them a while to start up. Nice pass by Green, getting it back in bounds to Jimerson.
Jimerson looked to be fouled there, but there's no call. And they throw it right out of bounds. Saints gain possession.
It'll be Saints ball.
Tonight we're going to see number 13, Walker Wallace, guard Robbie Barron, the Cougars star. Wallace has been an elite defender this year for the Saints and has been their go-to guy, guarding guys such as Henry Coleman against Trinity, and held him to 13 points in the first half. He's been a solid defender for the Saints this year, having to guard guys that are 7 feet tall, but he's held his own as the Cougars gain the rebound, and Barron looks to push the tempo. Cougars swinging around, find a man underneath. He goes right up with it. No good. Jimerson comes down with the board. Henderson dribbles it up, looking for his man Green. Finds Wallace at the top of the key, who then swings it out to Kovanis. Kovanis finds Henderson, cutting, floater, no good. Saints remain scoreless. And stolen by Kovanis, but he can't get a hold of it, out of bounds.
You know, Kovanis has played pretty well this season despite being a freshman. The Saints basketball program was excited to bring him up onto the varsity team, and he's definitely making the most of his first year.
Kovanis is actually one of 4 freshmen on this team. However, one of the freshmen, KP Pulley, is out for the remainder of the season with a broken kneecap and a torn patella tendon. Devastating loss for the Saints, and was actually one of their more consistent three-point shooters. Here we see Collegiate trying to set up in their offense. It's a backdoor cut as Robbie Barron pops out for 3. Pumps, Wallace doesn't buy it. Shot, no good. Kovanis comes down with the board. He looks to push the tempo. He's got a man. He takes it as himself, off the glass, no good. Barron comes down with the board. Looks to push it. Wallace with the steal. Finds Kovanis, who looks to slow it down. Nothing there. Nigel Green takes it out for 3. No good. Barron with another board.
The Saints still scoreless, just over 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
This Collegiate team, while playing a great brand of basketball, is not typically an offensive team. They play great defense, good hustle. So it's just a matter if the Saints can get it in the rim a little bit. That's a great up and under move from Collegiate. Saints break the press and then try to slow it down a little bit. Sophomore Mac McDonald can't contain Nikos Kovanis. Wallace with a hard foul on Robbie Barron. He doesn't think he hit him, though. I like it. It's a physical game. No easy buckets.
Yeah, you got it. You got to get into it, and that's one way. I like that, too.
Saints got to get back on defense, though. They were celebrating that they got their first 2 points after 4 minutes of going scoreless. The first one falls. Here we're going to see the third freshman of tonight's game check in, number 35, Trent Hendricks, also known as being the star running back of the football team for the Saints.
Yeah, a lot of football players on this basketball team. Obviously, you got Nigel Green, Andre Green, Kavanis, and Hendrick.
Wallace even.
Right, Walker Wallace too. So definitely a lot of athletic guys on this team.
Wallace looks for Green at half court, pushes it. He's got a 2-on-2. He takes it to the inside, finds Hendrick underneath with the reverse, and he puts it in. Great ball movement there as Saints try and hustle back. Mac McDonald looks for a 3. Great shooter. Dagger. He's a sharp shooter, Wes. You got to put a hand out on him.
Yeah. We got to play up on these guys.
Nigel Green for 3. Off the back iron. Collegiate comes down with the board. McDonald looks to push it. Finds a man. No good. Looked like there was a lot of contact there. Green will push it one-on-one with a sophomore. Spin layup. Lefty. No good. Henderson follows it. Tack on 2 for the Saints. Great follow by Henderson. You love to see it.
Henderson, the only senior on the team. Definitely where all their leadership comes from. 4-year player. A VCU commit as well.
Having that one senior makes things a little rough this year, but shows there's a lot of promise in this young team.
For sure.
McDonald for another 3, hits back iron. He was feeling it there.
That's a heat check.
Timmerman is daring Henderson to go left, but he keeps going right. Kick ball, and we'll see some substitutions here. See number 25, Gabe Jimerson, and number 5, Gil Williamson. Williamson's a guy with a lot of potential. I believe he's 6'7". He's up there.
Yeah, he's a pretty tall kid. Williamson actually plays football as well. Backup quarterback. Might be starting next year.
He's about 6'7", 180, 170.
He's a big kid, for sure.
But he's skinny. He needs to fill out a little bit. Henderson blow buys his man. Open jumper.
Wide open on the outside.
But Saints will retain possession of the basketball. Saints will line up in a line formation coming out of the inbounds. Looking for Henderson on the inside. Can't find him. Throw it out to Henderson.
Henderson almost stepped out there.
Williamson in the post. No good. Hendricks follows his shot. Kicks it out to Williamson. Williamson for 3. Bang! As a hush falls over the Collegiate student section. Saints are back in this one.
Williamson definitely going to be the player next year that everyone's going to be looking out for. We mentioned almost 6'7", hitting threes like that.
Henderson with the advance and overthrown by Jimerson. Looked like they had an open layup there.
Back in for the Cougars, number 5, Robbie Barron. He's in for number 11, Quinn Timmerman.
This has been an interesting game so far, and it typically is whenever you see these two teams match up.
Yeah, I mean one of the best rivalries in the state. Honestly, any sport they match up, it'll be intense.
You could even argue one of the best in the country. I mean, this is a widely known.
I'm thinking so too. Redskins Cowboys has nothing on St. Chris Collegiate.
People travel from all over to see this matchup. It's absurd. As you see Collegiate swinging around, and Robbie Barron looks to set him up in their offense. Kicks it out to the wing. He drives. Contested layup off the back iron. Williamson comes down with the board. Oh, terrible pass. Hendricks takes it away, and another turnover.
I don't even know what's going on.
And Collegiate capitalizes. That was an ugly possession. There was a lot of hustle, but
yeah, like 2 or 3 turnovers in the span of a few seconds.
Eventually you just got to hold the ball and contain it.
Yeah.
rather than get a little too excited. Henderson looks to set him up in their offense. Williamson cuts it out, finds Cavanis. They deny Jimerson, who cuts back door. Cavanis looks to play the ball rather than cutting back. And Collegiate capitalizes on his mistake. A lot of people wanted basket interference there. My partner is irate.
Yeah, I'm passionate. It looked at me like he grabbed the ball that was still on the rim, which would obviously be offensive interference, but the ref's not going to call that.
So with 17 seconds remaining in this quarter, the Saints will slow it down and try and hold for the last shot. And Gabe Jimerson turns it over. Robbie Barron for three. No good, off the front iron. So after one, the Saints are down 6, scoring their average of first quarter points on the year with 9 points. Nothing spectacular, I have to say, in that quarter.
Definitely not. I mean, if they want to turn this season around, they're going to have to score a lot more in the first quarter. Definitely a sloppy quarter, but still only a 6-point game. This game's not over.
So we'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back, fans, to this exhilarating game of basketball. Here we're going to see if the Saints can turn things around and try and crawl their way back into this game. Henderson shields his defender and takes the inbound in the backcourt. He dribbles it up as Timmerman continues to force him to the left. Wallace looks for a man underneath but can't find him. Hendricks with the inside pass to Jimerson. Shoots it. There's a foul on Robbie Barron.
Fouls on number 5, Robbie Barron. That'll be his first.
Saints have had a lot of struggles this year from the offensive end, but their free throw shooting has been something that's been very consistent.
Shots for number 25, Gabe Jimerson.
As Jimerson rattles off the first one.
One more shot for number 25, Gabe Jimerson.
And he knocks down the second one. Barron looks to push the tempo. Finds his man on three-point line. Wide open lane. Right-handed reverse, no good. A lot of contact there. Nigel Green will take it up the court. Finds his man Wallace. And looks to set things back up with Henderson at top.
You know, something I love to see so early on is Hendrick playing physical on D. I mean, the Saints definitely need that. And he's doing all the dirty work right now.
He's a strong dude, and he's got an undersized man on him. Gabe pulls up. No good. Hendricks underneath. Goes up strong and puts it in. Wide open man in the corner. Decides to pull it out. As Green's fighting for a steal, and he gets it. Passes it up to Hendricks while he's not looking. Can he chase it down? throws it off Quintan Remain, and he takes it. But he dribbles it off foot. Wallace with the hustle. Calls a timeout. Saints ball.
Timeout call by the Saints.
Beautiful job by Coach Jones to get that ball. It looked like a kick to me, but obviously great job by Coach Jones to call a timeout at the right time.
Perfect hustle. Love to see it. We'll be back after this quick break. Welcome back. We'll see Wallace inbound it to his man Henderson in the backcourt. Henderson dribbles it up. Finds Nigel Green on the elbow. Looks for his man in the post, but he can't get it there. Green with a dribble drive. Goes right up with it. No good. Grabs his own board. Throws it right to Mack. McDonald will dribble it off the court. Wide open. No good. Can't finish. Robbie Barron with the follow. No good. Collegiate takes it up. Finds McDonald in the corner. No good. 1 for 3 on the night. And the Saints will slow things down. Henderson sizes up his man as he calls for Hendrick up top. It's tipped, but he finds Green. This Collegiate team is playing some tight defense right now. Wallace with a pump. Puts it up. No good. Rims out. Charge! Wallace is emphatic on the ground.
Foul is on number 5, Robbie Barron. That'll be second. The third team foul for the Cougars.
I also love to see Walker Wallace putting so much passion into this game. I mean, he's definitely one of the better players on this team, and they need to spark like him all the time.
Wallace is a talented guy. He's committed to Cornell for lacrosse. He's a goalie. Spectacular athlete.
3-sport athlete, basketball, football, and lacrosse.
So far we've seen this Collegiate team play a very physical brand of basketball. They've been up in St. Chris's face, not letting them have any space to breathe, which typically has helped the Saints so far in the season. The zone has confused them. They have not been able to maneuver their way through it. But tonight, the Saints are still struggling with this man.
But if you look at it the other way, the Saints are also playing some pretty good defense. I mean, still only down by 3 despite Collegiate playing excellent on the defensive side. Saints limiting Collegiate's shots. Did a pretty good job.
So we'll see the Saints stay with their same lineup coming out of the timeout.
Saints ball out of bounds.
And we'll see Henderson dribble it up. Wallace brings it up at the high post. Nigel Green called for a push-off. He didn't think he did anything. He wanted a flop.
His first 14th foul on the Saints. Cougar ball out of bounds.
14 fouls for the Saints already. 3 for the Cougars. Collegiate swings it around, looking for some offense. They have a wide open three. He doesn't take it. Takes a step in. No good. Jimerson comes down with the board. He pushes it up quickly. He's a big guy that likes to dribble the ball. He crosses his man, puts up a finger roll, and is fouled. He'll head to the line.
Looks like they're going to call it on Jimerson, actually. An offensive foul.
Typically when you see an offensive foul call, someone on the defense falls to the floor.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what was going on through that referee's mind there.
Robert Marshall Jr., if you're watching, please move your car.
I'm pretty sure he's the one driving the white Suburban that parked in the middle of the road.
You can't do that.
That is frowned upon. So, we'll see Collegiate try and get some more offense going here as Nigel Green is harassing his man in the corner. And Andre Green pressing his man up. Gabe hits it out. Collegiate will retain possession. Quinn Timmerman will dribble it up as Goose chants erupt from the Saints sideline.
I missed those Goose chants. Been a while since I heard them.
Student section hasn't been very emphatic this year for the Saints.
Not a lot. It's good to see a lot of Saints come out tonight.
Barrett bullies his way inside and puts up two. And as you were saying, there's a lot of Saints fans here tonight, mainly to support former Cougar, current St. Christopher's teacher, Stuart Ferguson.
Right, swimming coach. So the entire swim team here during halftime will be inducted into the Collegiate Sports Hall of Fame. So out here to support him.
Ferguson retains the longest active swimming state record.
100-meter butterfly.
Jump ball possession arrow.
Very impressive.
Right.
Almost as impressive as his beard.
His beard. I'm glad you brought up his beard. That man has one of the best beards, I think, in the St. Christopher's community.
It's truly spectacular. I've heard him called the Ginger James Harden.
The Ginger. I like that. That's a good one.
I think that's going to be on his plaque, actually.
The Ginger James Harden.
So we'll see Collegiate set up their offense here as Watkins looks for his man Barrett in the post. Wallace contests. Doesn't matter. Better offense beats better defense.
That's kind of deep. Think about it. I said that's kind of deep. Never mind.
So the Saints look for some offense after being down by 7. Wallace on the perimeter looks for someone. Henderson from deep. No good.
Well, that one didn't really look like it was going to fall.
Wide open in the corners. Watkins puts it up. Rattles out. Saints got lucky there.
Yeah, we haven't seen Watkins hit a lot of threes this game. Usually that's it. I mean, that's his game. He's a three-point shooter.
Saints look to spread the floor and get everyone on the perimeter as they have Williamson in the post. That's a mismatch. He can take Barrett. So Saints seem to slow things down. Wes, if you're the Saints right now, what's your mentality as Henderson misses an easy layup?
I think you can't get rattled. I mean, only a 7-point game. You're playing pretty close with a team that's obviously better. I mean, the Saints, not the best season. We can all admit that. So they're not playing too bad. You just can't get inside your own head. Just play your own game.
So here, are you trying to slow things down? Do you want to push the tempo?
I would recommend pushing the tempo. I mean, the Saints' offense has been kind of sluggish all day.
I like the idea of pushing it, trying to find some easy baskets in transition, maybe force some turnovers to help that.
Definitely.
a lot of times getting the board and just looking for a quick outlet pass is a great strategy.
All right, definitely going to take advantage of all the fast breaks they get.
So we'll see if the Saints utilize those hints that we've given them after this short break. And welcome back. Again, I'm Joe Brennan alongside Wes Featherstone in this heated rivalry. For the first time today, we'll see Arnold Henderson take a break, and his predecessor, freshman Nikos Kovanis, will take it out the court as he allows a jump ball.
Jump ball, possession arrow, point to the Cougars. Collegiate ball out of bounds. In for the Saints, number 2, Arnold Henderson, and back in.
And Henderson will check right back into the game after being out for 15 seconds.
He's in for 24.
Yeah, I mean, Henderson, you can't really afford to take him out for too long. Part of this team.
How long can you afford to take him out, Wes?
That's a tough question.
We saw him out for about 3 seconds there.
Right. I think 3 seconds might be the sweet spot. 4, you're kind of pushing it.
Of course, Barrett pulls up for 3 off the back iron, and Nigel Green comes down with the rebound. Andre Green puts it up, no good. He's blocked by Barrett as Cougars look to push the tempo.
Tenacious defense from Nigel Green.
That should have been a backcourt violation.
And they're going to call it that.
Now, Andre Green's a very interesting player. He's very confident. Against Trinity, he was telling people he was going to drop 50.
Right.
And it ended up with 0.
Okay.
Tonight, he's been going around campus saying he's going to drop 104.
I mean, you need to be confident. I like it. I like hearing it.
In the words of Kevin Garnett, anything is possible.
Anything is possible, right. I'm not so sure 104 points is.
I mean, if he does, it's going to be one crazy second half.
I am looking forward to that.
As Nigel Green is blocked underneath the rim, follows his shot and puts it in.
Oh, Wallace just misses on the steal.
Wide open 3, passes it up.
Now, I'm a little bit confused as to why they're not taking these wide open 3s.
I think it's purely out of they're intimidated by how good our defense is.
And as you say that, Henderson is swatted to the parking lot.
To the white Suburban.
Right, the white Suburban. If you're still parked in the road, you need to move.
In for the Cougars, number 20, Philip Lopez dunking in for
Hardy Wyatt will check in for the Cougars.
number 10, Hardy
Wyatt, a senior.
Hendricks will inbound it to find Henderson. Wallace passes it back to his captain point guard. And they might be holding it for the last shot here. If you're Coach Jones, are you happy going into the half, possibly down by 5?
No, I'm not. I think it's been a really sloppy half for the Saints. I mean, doing a nice job on defense, but they just can't get anything going on the offense side.
So far, only 5 points within this quarter.
Right, yeah. 9 in the first, 5 here.
Not their worst quarter all season. I mean, they did score 2 against Petersburg, but not what you like to see. And Nigel Green with a contested lay-in. Stupid foul. But they had a foul to give. Maybe that was the right decision there. I was a little too eager.
It's okay. I think Nigel Green just got a little too passionate. See, it's never anger. It's never being upset. You're passionate. You're a passionate kid, and you want to win. I mean,
Now, if this is me here, in 2K, I would throw a lob right here, boom, slam dunk.
Towards the basket?
Yes.
You would? I can never even figure out how to do that. So. Oh!
And the Saints.
That's usually how it goes for me.
Halftime score.
So, at the half, Saints only down 3 to this Collegiate team, 19-16.
Not the highest scoring game, but definitely an exciting one.
So, we're going to be right back after watching this Hall of Fame induction of the Ginger James Harden.
It's going to be great.
And we'll be back with our keys to the second half.
Can't wait.
Welcome back to Collegiate School. I'm Joe Brennan alongside Wes Featherstone, and we're back for a great second half of basketball. Saints started off slow, but were able to fight their way back into this game, now only down by 3.
Go ahead.
We'll see Arnold Henderson dribble it up. Cougars start in a half-court press, very aggressive. They're bringing the tenacity. We see Robbie Barron up top. Henderson swings it around to his man Green, who finds Gabe in the post. Gabe posts up his man, undersized, drives baseline. Charge.
As I was saying, if you're a fan of defense, you should be on the edge of your seat right now. I mean, a 19-16 game at half, not a whole lot of points.
But this game has been nothing short of spectacular.
Of course.
Everyone's bringing the intensity. We're bringing the intensity. The fans are bringing the intensity.
I'm so intense. I don't even know what to say.
It's Jersey night. Everyone's hyped up. We're just having a great time.
I don't see you wearing a jersey, though.
Okay, I forgot my James Harden Arizona State jersey.
Okay.
I thought it was in my car. It wasn't. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah, that's some school spirit right there.
As we see Robbie Barron with a nice post spin drop step. Henderson tries to evade the double team, looks up, finds Andre Green in the front court. He's doubled, calls a quick timeout. There's a quick freshman miscue. We've been seeing a lot of those tonight.
Yeah, too many turnovers for the Saints. I mean, still only down by 5, but the turnovers are just off the charts tonight.
Well, we'll see if the Saints can turn that around after this intense break.
So we're back after the Saints timeout. It'll be Saints ball. Wallace to inbound it.
We apologize for the technical difficulties. Right now we have maintenance man William McDermott on the scene as Henderson drives and is no good off the glass. Quinn Timmerman in the front court. Can he get by Gabe Jimerson? No, but he is fouled.
Where am I?
Fouls on number 25, Gabe Jimerson. That'll be his second team foul.
It'll be Timmerman to shoot at the line.
11, Quinn Timmerman.
How long has it been like this?
Timmerman bricks the first one. We apologize for the technical difficulties. We are going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
In for the Cougars, number 24.
Welcome back to this exhilarating game of basketball. We see the Saints down by 6, trying to make a comeback. Walker Wallace at the top of the key, swings it around to the freshman Kobanis. He dribbles in. Bang! He hits the mid-range jumper from the elbow.
I don't believe anyone scored in that short break, so.
I mean, it's been a defensive game.
Right.
Truly a game of attrition. It's been attrition.
I don't even know what that word means.
It's been wild.
Blocked. No, not blocked. He was fouled.
That'll be his first 13th foul on the Saints. 2 shots for number 23, Mac McDonald.
Mac McDonald, the sophomore sharpshooter, will go to the free throw line to see if he can knock him down and extend the Cougars' lead. A hush falls over the Collegiate gymnasium, and he bricks the first one.
One more shot.
I looked up the definition of attrition to see if you used it right. Attrition, the action or process of gradually reducing the strength or effectiveness of someone or something through sustained attack or pressure. So it kind of fits. I don't even think you knew what it means. But it kind of worked. It's been draining energy from the Saints all night.
Exactly, a war of attrition.
Wow, you're doing pretty good.
Learned that in Mr. Van Arsdale's A-push class.
That's beautiful.
Nikos Kavanis trapped in the corner. He'll call a timeout. I mean, like, he didn't turn it over,
Full timeout.
but he didn't really do anything great.
I mean, he was getting trapped.
Full timeout.
I mean, the whole game's been like this. Just cannot push the tempo enough.
We will see if the Saints can turn things around after this 60-second timeout. And welcome back. Henderson passes the ball up the court to his freshman, Nikos Kovanis. They're trying to get away from this full court press. Nigel Green takes it right at Barrett and can't finish it. Barrett comes down with the board and slings off Gil Williamson, but he can't hold on to the ball. Dribbling it right off Gil Williamson's corpus.
What did you just say?
Jump ball, possession, arrow.
What was that word?
Toward the Cougars. It'll be Cougar ball out of bounds.
What was it? I didn't hear you.
So we'll see the Cougars dribble it up. They look to set up in their offense.
You definitely used the word corpus wrong. You don't even know what you're saying anymore.
I'm just passionate.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm feeling that the Saints could get their 5th win of the season right here if they keep playing a good brand of basketball. As Barrett does a nice drop step move, but is fouled right underneath the rim.
I believe that was
Number 21.
We'll see Barrett shoot his 2 free throws. Beautiful.
That's one. For the 6, number 35, Trent Hendrick, and also number 25, Gabe Jameson. That's 2. Back in for Cougars, number 11, Quinn Timmerman, and 15, Cody Patterson.
a delegate.
Saints look to push the tempo. Nikos Kavanis finds fellow freshman Trent Hendrick under the rim. It's no good. Barrett comes down with the board, pushes it right back. Mac McDonald in the corner and slows things down. There has not been a lot of offense so far in this 3rd quarter, but it's been exciting to watch nonetheless.
Of course.
Barrett with a nice spin jumper, contested, doesn't matter. Bang!
Out. Right now, it looks like the Cougars are really pulling away. Saints haven't had a lead in this game, and the Cougars are just pounding it on right now. Biggest lead of the game for Collegiate.
30-second timeout.
So we'll be right back after this 30-second timeout. And as Kovanis tries to inbound it, the Saints can't get it in and call another timeout. So we'll be back after this timeout. Welcome back. We see Wallace in the backcourt. Find Trent Hendricks up top. He finds Nigel Green in the corner. He puts it up. No good. Collegiate comes down with the glass. Pushes it up. Wide open lane. And he knocks in the layup.
Green just slammed the backboard there.
We'll see Andre Green check into this game, subbing out Arnold Henderson. We talked about subbing out Henderson as a difficult matter in this game.
Remember, we talked about the sweet spot for how long it can be out.
It's already been 3 seconds.
Wow.
This is the longest they've gone.
Insane.
So, Cougars up top, holding the ball, look to slow things down a little bit with their 11-point cushion. Coach screaming to take the last shot with over 1:30 left in the quarter.
That's bold.
And Nigel Green brings it home with a slam.
21,
Beautiful play.
Bam is correct.
I said bang.
Bang.
Can't wait to watch this back.
So we'll see the Saints look to play some hard defense again and try and force some more turnovers. Minute left. Walker Wallace refuses to press up on Robbie Barron. Andre Green playing aggressive defense. You like to see that. But the Saints still not forcing the issue. If I'm the Saints here, I'm trying to get a steal. I'm trying to push it in transition, get a basket. I mean, you're down 9. Collegiate has a wide open layup, but they back it right back out. Wes, what do you think of this strategy?
I think they are going to get the last shot. I mean,
it's a little bit, I hate to say it, but cowardly.
You think so?
I think it's a little coward-like. You know? Not the right brand of basketball.
Yeah, they're just not going to shoot it. They're trying to hold it.
Before they had a shot clock, actually, players used to sit on the basketball.
Yeah, really?
Really?
Actually?
Yes.
Well, there is no shot clock, and now they finally shoot it.
And can the Saints actually get the last shot? Here we see Walker Wallace from half court.
And
Oh,
that'll
good.
Right now, the Saints 22.
So that was an intense third quarter, to say the least.
Final minute and a half.
We're pumped up. We think that the Saints can get their 5th victory, and we hope you watching at home are just as pumped up and excited as we are.
11 points.
We got this in the bag.
You're going to call it already.
I'm calling it.
You're going to call it right now.
Andre Green's 104 points.
Oh, coming right here. Oh, no.
For those of you who have just tuned in, Andre Green, freshman, number 3 for the Saints, has made a huge promise from all the students that he will be dropping a minuscule 104 tonight.
That's easy for him. I mean,
and he has yet to score. So I think he's been holding it back, waiting for everyone else to get tired.
This is going to be a fun quarter.
And he is going to slam, yam, and bam on every single person on this court. We'll be right back after this short break. Arnold Henderson will dribble up the court, see if he can make his man. Oh, a clumsy turnover there. There's yet another turnover for the Saints squad. It's really affected them all game. It's been a thorn in their side and has been a big reason that they're down. Only 22 points through 3 quarters, Wes.
Yeah, that's not a lot. In fact, that's a very small amount.
Yeah, it's tough to win a varsity basketball game when you score under 30, in my opinion.
Right, and the other team scores more than you, obviously.
As Mac McDonald slices his way through the defense and is able to go up for 2. Arnold Henderson with a deep 3. Bang!
That was a beautiful shot by Henderson to just pull up. Saints only down by 10.
Limitless.
He looks like he might have shot. Platinum, limitless.
Hall of Fame, limitless range.
Hall of Fame, that's what I meant.
Some Klay Thompson right there. The other night, Klay Thompson only had 4 dribbles and put up over 40 points.
I saw that, yeah.
That's crazy.
This guy's insane.
And something interesting is someone's game on this team actually reminds me a little bit of him.
Who?
Also back
Jude
in
Reeverson.
for
You think so?
Cougars, number
I
2,
do.
Max Porter.
He's a great shooter.
Now, serious question here. When do you think it's time to put in the players like Reeferson in?
I think there's always a good time. Personally, I don't think they get enough playing time. I'm close with those three.
He can hit threes. He really can.
He's shooting 100% from the year.
Yes, exactly.
But those are three. Austin Ford, Cameron Talibi, and Jude Reeferson, those are three of my good friends. They work really hard as a traveling violation is called on Collegiate. They work really hard. They're good players. I've seen them really ride the whole system.
Right.
9th grade, JV, varsity.
He's in for Ben Melvin.
It's never too late or early to put them in.
You think they should start? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. That 5th spot is open. We've seen Andre Green taking it today. Maybe in the future.
Saints might need a little bit of three-point shooting. Down by 10.
We'll see Wallace dribble it around. Tell his man to cut. And Henderson will dribble it back out. He looks for a pick from Hendricks. He slices his way around Baird. Kicks it right back out to Nigel Green, who gives him a hezzy. Pump, crossover, spin. Almost had some jelly right there, Wes.
That would have been a banger.
But he will head to the line for 2 shots. See if he can capitalize there.
One thing I've noticed, Walker Wallace, he's been playing all game. Extremely passionate. And no shortage of passion here in the 4th from Wallace.
A hush falls over the crowd once again as Nigel Green puts up his first one.
Back in for the Cougars, number
It's
4,
good.
Jackson Watkins. One more shot for 21.
That's a 9-point lead for the Cougars.
Back in for the Saints, number 25, Gabe Jefferson.
Green for a second. Bang.
There's 2. Back in for the Saints, number 22.
Nigel Green
Nicholas
converts from the
Wallace.
free throw line. It'll be Cougars ball.
Cougar ball.
Saints come right back out of those 2 free throws with a full court press, seeing if they can mix things up a little bit and confuse the Cougars. And we'll see them slow things down once again. These fans are getting into it, Wes.
Yeah, I think the Saints fans need to step it up a little bit. Support their team.
As Henderson tries to force a turnover.
A call from the referee that I've seen.
And they'll say, it will say collegiate basketball.
3 back, McDonald. It'll be Cougar ball out of bounds.
So with 5 minutes left, what's our strategy, Wes? What are we going to do here?
Score points and prevent the other team from scoring points.
I like it.
It's simple, but it really is.
It's difficult. They could not do it right there.
Yeah.
As we see number 5 for the Cougs going right up with it over top of the Saints defenders and putting it in. See Nigel Green on the wing. He puts it up. No good. Off the front iron. Collegiate with a turnover. Saints have the ball. Only down by 10.
Just over 5 minutes left. It's definitely still a winnable game for the Saints, but with the way they're playing, it's going to be really tough.
It's just got out of hand. I mean, after that second quarter, excuse me, going into the third, they really just lost a grip on what was going on and just couldn't really capitalize on their opportunities.
I definitely agree.
But this is a solid collegiate team, and it shows a little bit of promise for the Saints of what we've seen today. It's been a lot better than what we've seen for the rest of the season.
Definitely agree on the defensive side of the ball, especially.
Henderson with a nice floater, no good, followed by Green, and he's fouled underneath the hoop.
Fouls on number 5.
Nigel Green is a terrific free throw shooter, as we'll see him try and knock down these 2 from the line.
That'll be his third, second team foul. 2 shots for 21. One more shot for 21, Nigel.
First one's no good.
A little short on that.
Back in for the Saints, number 22, Nico Scavanis.
Bang.
Now it's good.
Got the second one.
Back in for the Saints, 35, Trent Hendrick.
Trent Hendrick checks in for the Saints now. So now they got a lineup of Hendrick, Wallace, Nigel Green, Arnold Henderson, and Nico Scavanis.
I like that they got these 2 freshmen in. A lot of young talent, a lot of promise. They've really been developing this year, which I really like. They look for a trap. They can't get to him in time.
Zimmerman was left wide open for a second.
Barron looks to take Wallace to the hoop. He drives. He kicks. Wide open underneath. It's good. Up and in. Wallace tried to get the contest, but it wasn't enough to stop him. Henderson dribbles up the court. Finds his man Wallace. Passes it right back to Henderson. Near the logo. Swings it around to the wing. Finds Scavanis. Nigel Green with a baseline cut. Wallace swings it back out to Henderson. Henderson pulls up. Bang!
Beautiful shot from Henderson. That's 2 in a row.
Saints fans are getting into it. But here they got to play some good defense. Maybe force a turnover, force a contested shot, find a way to get the ball back, Wes.
Yes, I agree.
A matchup I really like down here is McDonald and Trent Hendricks. Trent Hendricks is an oversized freshman, strong dude, really big for his age,
right.
And McDonald is a very undersized sophomore.
Hendrick, a post god, I would call him. He knows how to get a bucket down there.
And here we see a big roof substitution from the
wow.
Saints. Gil Williamson and Riley Wood and Gabe Jimerson, the juniors, with freshman Andre 104 Green.
Not so sure I like this substitution for the Saints. Taking out Henderson right now.
He's been hot. Oh, and they're calling a timeout. It looks like he's just trying to get his team together.
That'll be his third 16th
Wait,
foul on the Saints.
I believe the Saints just called a timeout. No?
Now the players are going to go back in.
What just happened?
Strategy.
I believe Coach Jones tried to call a timeout, even though he doesn't have timeouts, which should be a technical.
Oh, and that's a foul.
Wallace is dunked on while fouling. Barron, he'll head to the line for another one. I'm still perplexed by what just happened.
Cannot tell you.
Anyway, we'll see Barron head to the line, see if he can capitalize on this and one opportunity.
Now, I know it might be too early, but I'm thinking this is a game right here. I mean, the Saints haven't shown they can come back.
Oh, out of bounds. Nigel Green is passionate right now with the referee.
It's all passion. You'll have to see passion no matter what.
I mean, I think a little bit is frustration at this point. No, just passion.
Passion. Frustration is not real.
Nigel Green gets in the face of Mack, but he gets away with the ball. Trent Hendrick pokes it loose, but he was called for the reach-in foul. And it'll be 1-and-1 for the Cougars.
Fouls on number 35, Trent Hendrick. That'll be his first 8th team foul. It'll be 1-and-1 for number 15, Cody Patterson. Fouls on number 4, Jackson Watkins.
It's no good. Saints were able to get the rebound, but then fouled.
Back in for the Cougars, number 24, Clinton Tulsa. He is in for 15, Cody Patterson. Saints ball.
We see some fans slowly draining out of this stadium, looking for game over. Trent Hendricks wide open. Can't handle it. Nigel Green stripped as he goes up. Cougars push the ball with Wallace in the paint. Throw it right back up. Quinn Timmerman wide open. He'll hold possession. And they're going to slow things down tremendously right here. Timeout.
Technical foul call against the Saints.
Okay, there Coach Jones tried to call a timeout. We're certain, or it seems like, Coach Jones tried to call a timeout. That's a technical because he did not have any timeouts. That immediately gives everyone flashbacks to the Fab Five at Michigan.
I was just thinking that, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can't be doing that.
Fatal mistake by Chris Webber.
I'm thinking this situation might be a little bit different, though.
I mean, yeah, but like whenever you see that.
Yeah, oh, okay. But technically.
As he bricks the.
It is a little bit of a timeout.
Technically, it is. You get to get your group together.
Yes. You just. The other team is shooting free throws.
Meanwhile, you are sacrificing a free throw or two.
Right.
But yeah, Chris Webber, fantastic college basketball player, great player for the Sacramento Kings in the NBA. However, he is iconically known for that fatal mistake that Coach Jones just made himself. And Collegiate with a wide open layup underneath. They won't take it.
Defense.
And the coaches are irate as he screams, "What are you doing?"
He was trembling with anger.
Some would say he was quaking.
Quaking, that's the word I was looking for, yes.
So?
And they get their timeout. The Saints get their timeout. See, he knew what he was doing.
It all comes back together. So, we'll be right back after this quick break. Welcome back once again. I'm Joe Brennan alongside Wes Featherstone, and we are here for this heated rivalry of St. Christopher Saints versus the Collegiate Cougars. Right now, there are 3 minutes left in regulation with the Saints down 11.
2:54.
So, the Collegiate Cougars have been in control for the majority of this game. Saints have yet to take the lead, and it's been a rough day for the Saints.
I would agree with that, yeah. It was a pretty cold Friday this morning, so obviously no one likes coming to school at 8 a.m. being like 20 degrees, so I think that was rough.
You think that transferred into their performance today?
It might have had a factor, you know. I mean, if you
cold weather means cold shooting.
That's what I was getting to. Yes, that's a beautiful connection.
Do you not think that works for Collegiate too? Is it warmer over here?
I'm not a weatherman. I don't know.
All right. We'll see Collegiate square up for some free throws. Bang. Knocks down the first. And the Saints go down by 12. This isn't looking pretty.
You know, something I have to bring up. I mean, I didn't want to bring it up all game, but we need to talk about it. Andre Green is 100.
I was about to say the same thing. What have you been most disappointed by today?
His not scoring 104
Andre Green. I mean,
it could be a crazy.
Here, Andre Green has the ball. Let's see if he can get his first bucket on the day. And he slows it up. Andre Green is a spectacular athlete. He's commonly known for his hair, actually. Nicknamed Broccoli Boy because of his hair. Because on the football team, after he'd take off his helmet, his hair would be very voluptuous.
Okay, nice.
And he got the nickname.
Read a dictionary for this game because you're going crazy.
I'm just passionate.
Love to see it.
Nigel Green.
Bang. Puts the first one through. As Timmerman checks in with the Cougars, as well as Jimerson and Kavanis.
But we'll see Arnold Hayes check out.
Henderson.
What did I say?
Hayes.
Oh. Well, Hayes checked out a while ago.
Come on. Oh.
So it's good. Back in for the Saints, number 23, Riley Wood. He's in for 21, Nigel Green.
We'll see the Saints stay persistent with a full court press here. Wallace looks to trap, but it is quickly broken up.
Watkins.
Wallace with a hustle steal. He's running down the court. A nice Euro.
Oh, can't put it in.
Gave Jimerson underneath. Puts it up. No good. Wallace underneath. Double clutch.
Do not test him.
Man's purely an animal. Full court press is swiftly broken by the Collegiate Cougars.
And foul.
Blocking foul.
Fouls on number 23.
What's on Riley Wood? Hadn't seen a whole lot of action tonight.
Team foul.
So that was a sigh of me being disappointed in this squad tonight.
Yeah, not the best game from the Saints, obviously.
I mean, we started off, I was really hopeful. I was thinking we could turn things around, coming into a rivalry game. Anything's possible. We were talking about it. Kevin Garnett.
Of course.
And it's really turned around. It has been more of the same what we've seen all season.
You know what I think it is?
What do you think it is?
We know anything's possible. Everyone's heard Kevin Garnett say that. What about the I can't remember the name of the company, but it was a popsicle company. I totally forgot the name of it. What's the slogan? Anything's possible with popsicle. They didn't have enough popsicles. That one rolls out from Nigel Green.
I love it. Oh. Anyway, we see a travel on Collegiate.
Wallace playing with
Sands the ball as Arnold Henderson struggles to try and break free and get the ball up. He finds Andre Green, who drives in, puts it up, acrobatic, no good. Not even close, Wes. He harasses his man.
I don't know how he got through that.
He weaved his way through 4 different defenders, was able to advance the ball, and now it looks like they're just going to sit on it. Oh, Wallace pokes it away as the Collegiate student section erupts.
And Andre Green with the foul there on Watkins.
So moving forward in the season, Wes, what do you think the Saints need to work on?
I think they need to put this game behind them, definitely. But I do think they need to work on limiting turnovers.
Definitely.
There's been way too many in this game. I think the defense in this game has been all right. They just need to score more points.
Collegiate is averaging 56 points on the season. Saints have held them to 46 so far. But the Saints are averaging roughly 53, and we're only able to score 35 tonight.
Not a good offensive night.
Saints are either on for some nights or off, and it's just disappointing.
Hardy Wyatt checks in for the Cougars. Henderson outside. Wallace fakes it. Henderson for 3.
No good, but it's fouled. Coach Jones helps up his player.
That's passive.
That's a good Samaritan.
Beautiful. Coach Jones now running admissions
for the Cougars.
for the Saints.
At the line, number 2, Arnold Henderson. He'll be shooting 3.
Doing something in admissions.
Arnold Henderson at the line.
Bang.
First one's good.
Saints are able to cut the deficit to 11 points. And he'll have 2 more.
He's got 2 more shots.
Not sure what the stoppage there was.
I think there was confusion on how many shots he had. Now, are you going to make any changes to this lineup right now if you're Coach Jones? Because this one doesn't seem to be working.
That's 2. 1 more shot. for number 2, Arnold Henderson.
You know, I would consider it. You have a few players on the bench that haven't come in yet. Obviously, talk about Jude Reeferson, Cameron Talibi, and Austin Ford, who can all definitely score. And the Saints, they need some points right now. So, I mean, I don't see why not. You know, go crazy.
I mean, things have definitely not been working out the way that the fans and the whole program has been hoping for this season. So maybe a change would help the Saints out.
A little spark.
I know that those guys are really passionate about the game and could provide a spark off the bench, like you're saying. I like it. As these fans just continually stream out of the stadium. You hate to see it.
I do hate to see it. I'm not passionate about that.
But they cannot kill our passion.
Never. Oh, never.
We
don't even say that.
We will come out. This is a message to all the collegiate fans watching. Yeah. Our school will come out with the same passion, win or lose every game.
It's a beautiful thing, you know.
I mean, every single game, our student section is overflowing.
It's debatable. But
I
agree with you. I agree with
you. We have a lot of school spirit, and that's really what matters, is that although the games have not really been going our way, it's been bringing the community together.
If we were to look at the passion scoreboard, oh boy,
it would be 104-0.
That's good. So I believe it'll be Collegiate ball. There's 50 seconds left.
And rounds 50.2 seconds.
Gonna try and trap him back here. Gets past it.
If I'm the Saints here, I'm just letting them dribble it out. But they will foul because they have passion.
Fouls on number 25, Gabe Jimerson.
The foul, it's his 4th.
He's in some foul trouble. Do you take him out here?
Putting Jude Reeferson, yeah. It'll be Hardy Wyatt, a senior, to shoot.
Commonly known for his off-the-court game. And he will miss off the back iron. These fans are pumped up to see Hardy Wyatt. And he'll drill the second one, and the fans erupt.
In for the Cougars, number 2, Brooks Moore. He's in for 11.
And Henderson will dribble up the court for a long 3 off the iron. Wallace will chase down the offensive glass, kick it right back out to Nigel Green, and it's bobbled and out of bounds. Cougars ball. Saints now down 10.
They've kind of took the ball out of the air there. I don't know. That's fair, but I don't think it matters.
So Collegiate will inbound it and look to just hold it for the remainder of the game. But Wallace is not giving up. Erupting with passion, tips the ball. Nigel Green up for 3. No good. Hardy Wyatt comes down with the board, looks to push it, pass it up to Adam. And it looks like they might hold this on for the, nope. Another foul.
That's passion.
That's Nigel Green. That'll be his 4th. At the line, number.
So it doesn't look like we'll see Reeferson, Talibi, and Ford tonight.
Unfortunately.
That free throw is no good.
I guess we'll have to wait till next game.
Guess so.
And the Cougars actually have a tough game coming up. I believe they'll be facing the Titans of Trinity.
Right, always a tough team.
But that team has also not lived up to the high expectations that they've typically had in the past. In the past, they've been a top 20 team in the nation. Yes, the nation, with guys like Armando.
That's really impressive.
Armando Baycott, who has left the school to go to IMG Academy, who is a commit to UNC. They lost Jason Wade, who was...
In relation to Dwayne Wade?
No.
Okay.
Who was their point guard that now plays at ODU. They lost Tink Boyd, who now plays football at Virginia Tech.
Will do it.
Anyway.
Your final score. Christopher Saints 38 yards.
So, a rough game for the Saints, to say the least, as they fall to the Cougars 49-38.
January 25th.
Wes, what do you think of today's game?
I am not impressed at all. I think it was I'm very disappointed with it. I just didn't see what I wanted to from the offense. Just could not put the ball in. So, yeah, it's pretty disappointing to say the least.
I mean, for a team that's struggled in the first half, they really came out today, and then guns a-blazing, just firing it with passion. And then second half, a little disappointing, like you said, lots of turnovers.
Yeah. I want to make it clear to everyone listening. I've never seen any